How many times do people have to be wrong to finally admit they are wrong? Because the Sussexes just keep winning. Let's look at the scoreboard. Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, just earned an Emmy nomination for With Love Meghan. That's recognition from the television industry. Prince Harry was just named one of Time magazine's 100 most influential people in sports. Not because he played professional sports, because of the global impact of the Invictus Games and the lives that movement has changed. At the Time 100 Sports Gala, Prince Harry said something that really stuck with me. He called sports medicine. He talked about how it restores confidence, purpose, identity, and connection.
Sport isn't just entertainment and competition. Sport is medicine. Around Invictus, we call it service after service, because our service to others never ends. And in the end, that is the ultimate power of sport. It brings us back to ourselves. And long after the medals are won, and the records are broken, and the crowds have gone home, what remains isn't the scoreboard. It's the person sport helped us become. For some, sport creates champions. For others, it saves lives.
As someone who has played sports, tennis, volleyball, boxing, martial arts, baseball, softball, and trains religiously, I know exactly what he means. Some people go to therapy. I go to army and the gym. That's where I clear my head. That's where I work through stress. That's where I build my confidence. That's where I'm happiest. Working out has changed my life. It made me stronger physically. More importantly, it made me stronger mentally. It's my therapy. It's my medicine. And I know a lot of you feel exactly the same way. So when Harry talks about the power of sport, I don't hear a celebrity giving a speech. I hear someone describing something I've experienced firsthand. And let's not forget the icing on the cake. Harry, Meghan, Prince Archie, and Princess Lilibet just reunited with King Charles. Whether that meeting leads to more healing or not, one thing is undeniable. The reunion happened. For years, the Derangers insisted there would never be another family meeting. They said the Sussexes were finished. They said Hollywood didn't want them. They said Meghan's projects would fail. They said Harry had become irrelevant. Instead, Meghan has an Emmy nomination. Harry is one of Time's 100 most influential people in sports. Their work continues to receive international recognition. And they've just taken another step to repairing a fractured family relationship. The scoreboard doesn't lie. If I was a deranger, I too would be spiraling and screaming into the void. At what point do people stop predicting the Sussexes' downfall and finally admit they've been getting it wrong all along? Good things happen to good people. And that's the read. If you like your tea hot, share it, save your seat, and follow for more. This is the Notorious JTB, notoriously opinionated, signing out.
Hello, family. For years now, critics have predicted the end for Harry and Meghan. Every newspaper headline seems to warn of their downfall. Some claim their popularity is fading, while others say they are losing influence by the day. This has become a story that repeats itself with each passing month. Yet, despite these forecasts, the couple continues to surprise everyone. It almost feels as though people are waiting with bated breath for Harry and Meghan to fail. Sometimes even small mistakes get turned into major scandals. Social media only amplifies this chorus of criticism. But why do people expect them to stumble? Is it because they left the royal family or because they speak their minds? The reasons seem to vary, but the predictions themselves remain constant. It is a cycle. Criticism, prediction, and then the reality, which is often quite different. Still, it is important to remember that public stories are not always the same as real life. Sometimes the narrative hides more than it reveals, and every now and then something happens that challenges these gloomy forecasts. This year brought an unexpected twist. Meghan Markle was nominated for an Emmy. For many, this announcement came as a shock. Critics had suggested her entertainment career was over, but the Emmy nomination told a different story. Being nominated for such a prestigious award is proof her talents are still valued. Meghan's Emmy nod is a reminder that real achievement doesn't always fit the story others want to tell. While Meghan was making waves in entertainment, Harry was making headlines of his own. Time magazine named him one of the most influential people in sports. The reason? His work with the Invictus Games, a project close to his heart. The Invictus Games have become a global force, giving wounded servicemen and women new purpose. For Harry, this honour is more than a magazine cover. It's proof that vision and compassion can change lives. Harry often speaks about the power of sport. He believes that sports go far beyond the field or the scoreboard. They build confidence, teach teamwork, and create strong communities. For many, sports offer a path to healing after trauma. This belief comes from Harry's own experiences. As a soldier, he saw firsthand how injuries, both visible and hidden, can affect lives. Through the Invictus Games, he watched competitors find purpose and pride through competition. The transformation was remarkable. I remember interviewing an Invictus athlete who lost his leg in combat. He told me that sport gave him back his life. It was not about medals or records, it was about belonging, hope, and self-belief. Harry's vision made this possible for thousands like him. The lesson is clear. Sports can change lives in ways that are deeply personal and lasting. Harry's dedication to this cause is not just talk. It is a mission that has touched people around the world, one game, one athlete at a time. The benefits of sports are not limited to international competitions. All around the world, ordinary people find strength and joy through play. Children make friends on playgrounds. Adults, relieve stress by running or swimming. Communities grow closer through local teams. Sports help people learn important lessons: patience, respect, and perseverance. When you lose a game, you learn to try again. When you win, you discover the value of hard work. These lessons, they carry over into school, work, and family life. In many towns, sports are a shared language. People come together to cheer, celebrate, and console each other. The bonds made on a soccer pitch or basketball court can last a lifetime. For some, like those in the Invictus Games, sports even help heal old wounds. Harry's belief in the power of sport is grounded in this everyday magic. It is not just about grand events, it is about the ways, big and small, that games and play help us become stronger, kinder, and more connected. Recently, reports have surfaced about a possible family reunion. Harry and King Charles have been rumoured to be in contact again. Some say they are planning to meet soon, perhaps even to mend old wounds. This news surprised many who believed the rift was permanent. Family ties can be complex. Even when people disagree, the bond between parent and child often remains. The idea of Harry and King Charles reuniting gives hope to many who wish for peace within the royal family. It reminds us that change is always possible. Such a meeting would be more than a private affair. The world watches every step, every word. It would signal that healing can begin, even after years of difficulty. The possibility of reconciliation challenges the idea that everything is broken beyond repair. These stories of reunion do not fit with the narrative of endless conflict. They suggest that love and understanding can find their way, even in the hardest circumstances. For Harry and his father, it could be the start of a new chapter. Despite these positive developments, critics remain vocal. Every new success is met with doubt or dismissal. When Meghan was nominated for an Emmy, some said it was a fluke. When Harry was honoured by Time, others called it overblown. but the facts are difficult to ignore. Achievements like Emmy nominations and global recognition do not happen by accident. They are signs of hard work, talent, and impact. The gap between what the critics say and what is actually happening grows wider every day. It is interesting to watch the narrative shift. Negative predictions are repeated, even in the face of evidence to the contrary. Why do some people find it so hard to admit they were wrong? Perhaps it is easier to stay with familiar stories than to see change. Still, reality has a way of breaking through. The truth is that Harry and Meghan are not fading, they are thriving. Their recent achievements show that they continue to shape conversations, inspire others, and make a difference. Despite constant criticism, Harry and Meghan remain global figures. Their names appear in headlines from London to Los Angeles. Their causes attract attention from leaders, celebrities, and ordinary people alike. Few public figures have this level of reach. Part of their influence comes from their willingness to speak out. They share their struggles and hopes openly. This honesty is rare, especially among the famous. It is one reason why so many feel connected to them, even from afar. Their work crosses boundaries. From mental health to veterans' issues, from media freedom to children's rights, Harry and Meghan use their platform to raise awareness. The impact goes far beyond royal titles or tabloid stories. This relevance is not by accident. It is the result of consistent effort, courage, and a refusal to be silenced by criticism. In a world full of noise, Harry and Meghan continue to matter, sometimes even more so because of the challenges they face. When will critics admit they were wrong? How many achievements must Harry and Meghan earn before the story changes? Reality keeps proving old predictions false. Every new success is a chance to rethink the narrative. Will people notice or cling to the same old doubts? Maybe it's time for a fresh perspective and to recognize the resilience and achievements right in front of us.